Hello everybody, this is Sonya. I'm just putting the camera away from my face a bit. I'm in Australia and it is a beautiful day. I don't think I can see a cloud, so that's cool. But we're all in lockdown, so we're sitting in here quietly I'm doing some sorting out in my room. I've done a bit today actually. I'm really pleased with myself. I've actually got a bit of a space around me here. And I've been through a whole heap of one big box and it's full of paper and things, so I started to look at it and thought, oh, I don't think I want to do this. So a lot of that's going to go in the bin, but I will have a quick look. Okay, so look, I'm up to this bit here where we're wrapping this one, righto. So I thought, but today, for a little minute anyway, to first up, so I'm going to show you how to make this round flower here, because when I did that, it was sort of a bit of a battle because of the fabric that I used. The reason that I did that instead of doing and I could end up taking that off, you know, because I'm thinking it's looking a bit daggy just there. But anyway, we'll see what happens. So, I've got some ribbon, and that's the reason that behind the fact that I wanted to do the round flower like that. Plus you can use fabric, and it looks really good, the way that it sits when you do it. You know, you can do the, I thought I had another colour here. You can do the, give me a second, sorry. Well, I don't know. He mustn't have got it, but it doesn't matter, don't need too much. You can do the yo-yo way, but I think it doesn't look the same for some reason. I don't know what it is. I just don't think it looks the same. But the reason that I did it the way that I do is because you can use the ribbon, see? And the ribbon looks really nice. And I've got some here that is fairly soft. It's probably an older, really, really soft. And that's going to look absolutely beautiful, you know. So we're going to do one out of this to start with. So I'm going to show you, and I don't know the lady's name, sorry darling, I can't remember you, but you said you were trying to make this. So I'm going to actually burn the end of the ribbon, because when I was doing the one that's the round one, there was fraying going on, and it's really hard if you've got to fight with something and you're trying to make it, okay? So we're just going to cut that straight as we can. And then we're going to turn this on. I was doing one the other day with a match, and it was not good because the match for some reason was burning really fast. So I thought I'll try this to see how if I can run it just very carefully along the edge there like that. And then you've got it, stopped it from fraying. I might have not got the end bit. So there you are. That's not going to fray on you now, righto? So we need this to be, I'm thinking about, well, I need to know, don't I? Because I can't cut it off. Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Probably 6 inches, about 20... Oh, 6 inches. No, 20 centimetres might be too long. I'm thinking maybe I'm good. I'm hoping I am. But anyway, that's not cut very nicely. But we'll just go along here. Just put your ribbon right on the edge, okay? I don't know whether we would use any sort of fabric. You've got to be careful if you're using fabric, especially a sheer one, because, well, as you can see, I'm not going really close to it because I don't want to burn it. If you go close to it, it'll start rolling up and going black, and nobody wants that, do they? So anyway, now we're going to get a nice needle. I hope we get a nice needle. That's not, I hope. Sometimes I actually would be careful, not too careful, get a bit of glue on or something, I don't know. No, it's good now. Okay, so a bit of thread. All right. So this is a very, very, very soft one, where these others here are fairly stiff. These are a satin ribbon and they're fairly stiff. They will still work, but this one will lay down like we want it to, you know. It will lay down like we want it to. I'll show you. And then maybe we can try one with a wire in it, because I'd have to take the wire out first, I think. Oh dear, I don't know why I did that. I just got my finger with it, seriously though. Now I'm going to two pieces of thread, right? And a needle that is a good, not too thick a needle. You don't want a big fat thing, and you want a nice good eye and a sharp point on it, and that's what we've gotten So we're making a giant knot. I always make a giant knot, don't know why. So you want to just get your ribbon like this, right? Now, this is not level, but that's okay. See, if it was a game, I could burn them back to be level, but I think I might just do the best I can with it, because I don't know whether this one's going to be big enough or not. We'll see what happens anyway. Righto, so we're just going to do some stitches up to here. Right, we'll stitch these two together. Righto. And it's not going to pull out and throw on us because we've burnt the edge of it, alright? Now, I don't think of them things all the time, which I should do. I need to show you a bit better how to do things, because there's nothing worse than you haven't, you know, you really, now you want a knot. You don't want a knot, you want a back stitch and pull it through, because you don't want this to gather up when you're gathering up the other part, alright? When I'm sewing the other part, you'll see what I mean in a minute. I think I've hooked everything about here, but don't worry, it's all right. It's only a bit of cotton. It's going to come out and done all right. Hope you can see me what I'm doing. And we just pull that down there like that. Okay. Now that's not going to pull up when you pull this through. And this is not big enough, I don't think. This is not going to be big enough. But you know what? We're going to do trial and error, don't we? So let's just try this and see what it looks like. So you want to fold that under there, see? Fold it all around nicely so it's all even. And you can then just go and pick up both pieces of you want both pieces of the ribbon and do stitches. Don't do any back stitches because you won't be able to gather it up. Just do stitches, not too big, and don't gather it just yet. We want to make sure that we've got it looking good. I'm sorry about my messy old hands, but they can still sew, can't they? So they've got glue and stuff. Well, I've been having a good time here this morning. I don't know what I was gluing though. Right, now and we still go up and down, making this one too big. That one is too big. If you make them too big, your gathers will be too open. See, it'll be too lumpy. Maybe this might be right. I hope so, because then I can tell you it's the right size. And then you just pull that in like that, and you've got your flower. Okay. Now this is where I sewed it, and it's okay unless anybody's trying to point it out where it's been sewed, which is there, which you can see, but it's okay. It looks good. It's sitting pretty good to me. I think it's sitting pretty good. Make a stitch and pull it in tighter. Put another back stitch on there and pull it in. Just go backwards, and then put a loop it through, and you've got hold of it. Okay, so there's your flower. Now this is very obvious, that bit, only because I know where it is though. Maybe to others it might not be. Hang on a second. If I get that and pull it over to this side a tiny bit by just going under there, might not be sitting out so far. Just get it to where you need it to be and it'll be fine. Look, see, there you go. Now that is really cool. Now we can have I'm going to put a button on it just for a minute to see what it looks like. Okay, so I'd probably use a pearlier one. Even got a clear glass one here. I don't know what that'll look like. Actually, it might not be glass, but you can't really see that very plain, can you? So let me show you what I want it to actually do. This piece that I've done, because there's a reason why. Oops. I'm getting the iron. Okay, we're getting the iron. And we're going to turn on the iron, which I probably should have done that. Okay, don't want to take that out too long. Now, where's my PowerPoint? Oh, here's one there, fair next to me. Look at this. Okay, I can use this one. Righto. So now I'm going to fix this, hopefully how I want it to look. I'm going to take that piece of cotton off there. Because this, whether it was vintage or what, I don't know, but anyway, we're going to try another one in a minute with the blue. And the blue is sheer, and it's a sheer ribbon. So I'm going to show you how we can do one like that. Hopefully without it going, this it's got a really long cord on it, hasn't it? If I keep it wrapped around there, it'll be fine. So I want to flatten that. I want to flatten it flat as can possibly be before I put it on my bag. It just will look more what I'm after, I think. Righto. So we're here, we're going to flatten it as soon as the iron gets hot enough. It won't be long. Got some water. It's got water. I don't want to spray. I just want it to be normal. Thank you. So that sprays up, so that's down. Maybe I might have to. Now we always must be careful when we're using these things with something that's shiny, with a nice shiny fabric, because it could disappear. The fabric could disappear on you. So we want this to iron flat. Okay, that's what I'm after. Made it a bit flary, but that doesn't matter. I don't care. That looks pretty good to me. What do you reckon? Now look, it looks like an old flat flower. Do you think this is an old flat flower? It could be, you know, because it's got the... I've squished it right down and made it look like it's old and wrinkly, haven't I? I love how these edges have gone like that. That looks really cool. I wasn't expecting that. I wasn't expecting that. I better stop fiddling around with it. I'll end up with burning it or something. Now, let me see if I've got something in here to put in that bit. Probably not handy, because that'd be too easy, wouldn't it, if I had something to put in there. I'm looking for a flower, actually, and I thought they were in here. I've got some in this here, but I don't know if it's the right thing or not. That might look all right, but it's blue. Wrong colour. Wrong colour. I don't think I want a white one. Do I want a white one in the middle? No, hang on a second. Nobody panic. There's got to be something in here somewhere to put in the middle of that. It's got to be. That's not right either, Sonia. Okay, we'll find the thing. Don't worry, we will find the right thing to put in there. It's a bit blue, this was. It's too blue. Yes. Oh, although them colours look really good in the vintage style of things. They look really good together. Same that's not a bit bigger, that thing. Well, that other one was blue, wasn't it, that I had? What do I do with it? Put it back in here. We shall find it. Nobody panic. It's got to be here somewhere. There it is. I wonder how that looks with that. Oh, where do I have this tucked in there? Don't know how, but I did. About this on there, that might look alright, you know. A bit vintage style-ish, sort of, isn't it? Okay. I'm going to unplug this iron because I don't want to leave it going, because I want to do the next one. I'm not going to be able to iron the other one because I'm going to do it with a really thin piece of fabric. Now, I'll just bring this across here, and I'm not thinking that I like that thing in the centre, but I do actually like that for this space here. So I'm going to take this off because I just cut the glue off. This one's too ratty looking. So just go under it and cut the glue back on it, because I glued it on there so it wouldn't move, didn't I? Put a ton of glue on there so it wouldn't move. I mean, get this one's coming back off good. Oh yeah, I've got a piece of calico under it, haven't I? That's what it's stuck to. Oh, that's good. I can get it off the calico by cutting it. Now look at that. The calico's still there. And that's okay, because I can sit this other flower on top of it. They're not the scissors I want to use. I want to use these ones here. Same colour, so this should look good. That's better. Definitely like that better. Okay. Just don't know what to put in the centre yet, alright? And I don't think it'll be that. I've just got a feeling it's not going to be that one. Maybe it'll be something mauve-ish or something, but we'll see. So let's do a one of these in this colour. So it's going to be the same size because it depends how wide it is after. And this is going to be a bit over 1/2 inch wide, I'd say. And I want it to be 6 inches long. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm measuring that on the edge of the thing on the edge of the table. Now this is going to be a little bit harder because you can see through it. So I don't know how it's going to go as far as... Is it going to fray? I'm going to join it together with this hot thing, okay? I hope. Where is it? I move my fingers away from it a bit better. And it's joined together all right. No, it's not. Look at that come undone. Sorry, everybody. This is not a good idea, is it, to join it together with that? Well, I thought it would be. I thought you wouldn't be able to see it, but you're going to be able to see that big black mark, aren't you? Where's the cotton? Righto, let's go with the cotton. Let's see what we can do one of this. A bit shorter now than what it was. And so I think it's okay. Right. But you would have got the idea from the other one how we're going. Okay, so we're going to do some little stab stitches up here to join it together. You're going to be able to see this if your flower's not gathered up far enough. But that's up to you whether you want to do that or not, if you want to use this sort of thing or not. Now that's going to fray there too. So this is something that I'm showing you this because maybe you want to use this sort of thing, maybe you don't. You know, that's just up to you. So you're going to turn it over with the stitching on the inside there, see? You can see the stitches, which you can't do anything, you can't make invisible. You probably could if you use some of that cotton. There's a nylon sort of cotton that you can buy to make, that people use for, sometimes for beading and different other things that you can buy that you could put in it if you wanted to. Now this is blue and you can see that it's really plain when it's all gathered together, but otherwise it looks really very light, doesn't it? So I'm just going around here, sewing both these two pieces here together. Make sure I get both pieces. We fold it over. Hang on a second, I'll move that over there. You just have to be patient, you know, when you're doing things. I really want to show people how to do stuff, you know. I mean, when I'm doing now, pull that too tight and it all broke it. So I should definitely be a bit more careful, Sonya. When I do some things, I'm only learning myself, but what I know how to do, I can show you how to do it. Okay, because I've been doing this sort of thing for many years. Sometimes you have a break for a few years, you know, and you don't do anything much, but of this sort of thing. I mean, I've probably done a few videos for you on these sort of things for the past 8 years. 8 years I've been on here. It's good. It seems time done. I don't know where the time went to. Got no idea. Don't know where the time went to. It was just scary and it just all disappeared. All the time just disappeared. Woke up one day too and I was 60. Now I'm 66. I don't know what happened about that. So that's not too bad. I wouldn't actually throw that in the bin because you can see that little line there of the what's the name underneath it, of the cotton. But I think if once you put it down, you put something on it, it'd be all right. Now, see, that's a very good thing to put on here because it's not going to take over from the rest of the things. The colour's really good. It's not going to smack you in the eye when you look at it, but it's going to have something different than that on there. I'll probably make one of these bally things and put it on it or something. But that's how you do that, and it's not hard. You get a piece of fabric and do the same thing. You can just cut your fabric to the length that you want it to be. I'll do a piece of fabric one. I've got something else caught up here on my string, on my cotton here. And it'll make a knot if I'm not careful, won't it? There we go. Righto. So that... There's other things you could do with this to make it different, but whether this sort of will work, I don't know, but I can show you the different flowers directly. So let's see the piece of fabric here. Let me show you how to do this piece of fabric. Now this is a piece of taffeta. Water wave taffeta it's called, because look at that. See why? Okay. Beautiful stuff. Very fray. Oh, shocking. It'll tear good too, and it makes a really crazy noise when it tears. So hang on. Sorry about that, people. Just want to let you know it's normal to do that. But you wouldn't cut it straight and fit, so I had to do that. I'd never be able to cut that straight. Bit too long for what we want, so we cut a bit off there. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm counting backwards, that's why I'm looking at it. The rule of things is going the other way, and I'm going backwards across it. That's a bit wrong, but anyway. I'm only going to use one thread to do this with because it don't need to have two. Now this one's going to be beautiful. It's going to be beautiful. You can do the round sort. You know, it's up to you if you want to do the round one. Now these are not easy to sew, this stuff. It's just really, really tightly woven. And anything like that is hard to sew. So if you can't get your needle through there, don't get upset because it is really hard to sew. It's very tightly woven. It's all right on the machine. You sew on the machine, okay? Now I'm going to go back up again. I'm going to go back down along here because I want to make some more stitches. Make it so when it closes, you're going to be able to see through it. If you like, you could run across this part with the sewing machine, but that doesn't mean that it's going to be less visible. But it shouldn't be visible at all, actually, if you do your stitches nice and small. And then I can just end it here. Well, I'm not going to end it, but I'm going to make the knot thing, okay? So then we're going to turn this up, fold these over. So you've got the hang of that. And then we're going to go around here. Now, this is really hard to, to sew through, I tell you. It really is. But it's worth it. Oh, it's definitely worth it, yes. And you pick that up really cheap in the second-hand shops. I mean, I don't know if I got that from there, but, you know, little pieces of fabric, I find lots of bits and pieces here and there, and you know, I've probably got it from one of them. I think I might have made this a tiny bit too long, I think. Might be too long. I'm going to plug in my iron while I'm finished going around there, because I want to squash him too, you see. This is how I'm trying to get the vintage look in the on the bag. Well, sort of. I've probably gone off. Ooh, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what it looks like. If it looks like it's old, it doesn't, or not. People could use it now anyway. It'd be nice. I think I might have too much. I don't know, keep going. Keep going, because the only option I've got is to cut it out and redo that bit there, but I'm not going to do that. I'm going to keep going and see what happens. Because this is not as... Because this is stiff, it's going to stick up a bit more, you know, because it's stiff. Now there's a few thicknesses there. I'm trying to push this through. I got it though. Might need the pliers. Oh no, I got it. I got it. Look at that, I did it. Now, you want to make it round. You want to make it round, so pull it in so it's nice and round. Now actually, I'm really pleased with that. The amount that we used is really good. 6 inches worth is probably 15 centimetres. Half a ruler. Okay, I'm just going to go around here and keep doing little back knots and things just to make sure that it's not going to get away from me. I know. You got to look at that. Isn't that ducky? Now I need to make some a bit smaller, because I reckon that it needs some little tiny little ones. So I might have to go and see if I've got some little smaller ribbon and that. Now I'm going to put my needle up there. Now this might be tricky, so this could end up bad. This could end badly. You don't know what this is going to do to this iron's going to do to this taffeta. I'm in a mouthful of water. While I'm looking around the room to try and find a piece of something to put over top of it so I don't kill it. Just to see. It might not hurt at all. Might be able to iron it real easy. Think we got it? Ah, yes, look at that. Wow. Love it. There we go. Isn't that awesome? Got to finish them off though. I need centres for them, don't I? Seriously, I do. I think that it'll be okay to put the iron on that, but I don't want to. I just don't want to. And if I put a centre in that, that is going to look absolutely beautiful. So I must get some more made so I can press them and show you. But I can't say that I'm going to be doing that soon because I've got a truckload of things planned and stuff like that. But anyway, so this is awesome. Look, I've made 3 today and they look really cool, don't they? Something in the centre of that is what I need. So I'm going to have to, work on that in my brain to see what I can find to put there, because I need the right thing. I don't think it can be white. No, I don't think so. Now, I've only got a few minutes left to go before I have to turn this off. I suppose I can just give you a little bit more. We'll run up here a bit further or take some off or something. Let's do a bit of this here. Definitely didn't. Oh, that's the wrong piece. I definitely didn't like that flower that I made. I love the colour, but it was too daggy. I'm going to keep that button. Maybe I should have some more in here. It would work better. Yeah, I'm not going to worry about the button. Button can stay gone. I've got a box of buttons over here. I can use any of those. Right. Now, we're going to put a bit more around this, wrap this a bit more, then we're going to take them apart. We're going to go one way with one bit of the thread, another way with the other piece. I've actually got a clean little nest here at my table, I have. I went through all the things that I had in my place where I keep my scissors and everything. I had that much stuff in there that I didn't need to use. It was ridiculous, couldn't find anything. Okay, so, of course there is going to be a flower there. You can imagine that one, or we can imagine this one. Both of them look good. They pick up the colours in there, don't they? And that there, maybe, I don't know. But anyway, the flower's going to go there, so the stem, be nice if the stem goes that way, won't it? So what you do, when you get up a bit high, I'll just go a couple more wraps first. Now play nice. You need to watch the video before this to find out how we got to this stage, okay? So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take this through to the back, but I need to put it where it's going to have to land, like I want it to be in the right place. So I'm going to have to I'll turn that a bit that way, and I'll go through to the back of the fabric, okay? So I've got that. Now I'm going to come up here, and I'm only going to have one of these pieces. All right, where is it? Which one should we have? Okay, so now I can cut this off here, right? I'm going to cut that off there because I can take it out that way later, all right? But I need enough here so I can put it down in behind there, right? You get me? You will in a minute. Let me see, I'll show you. Look, we're just going to go over this one now. And split them apart. Might have to just go back until you've got it exactly, like you've exactly got them parted. Put that down in there. No, that way. Just go over that one. All right, now if things don't look quite right when you've got it finished up there, all you need to do is just go back and put a couple more stitches in just to make sure that there's nothing happening with that, you know. So I'm going to wrap this round here. I'm going to leave those two over that way. We'll come back to them and we'll take them right at the top. Maybe we'll do 3 parts, I don't know. We can always put another piece too if we think this is not thick enough, but I think it is. I think this will be thick enough to put up here. It's not rolling down there for me. Come on now, be nice to me. Be nice. I hope you can see what I'm doing. Not really, only when I go, well, I'm going underneath the thread, okay? I'm going underneath this piece of thread here, and I'm just rolling this. You don't even have to have your needle on there, but I find it easier if I got the needle on there, but mine's come off, so it want to make things harder for me, doesn't it? Okay, come here. Okay, so now we've got some of that wrapped, we can show you. We're going to put this down in through there, and that's this one here we'll use that we used before, this needle. We're going to put it's going to come right to here because it wants to go underneath the flower. You've got to think about it now, the flowers, and it needs to go underneath the flower, okay? So go take it right up to there and push this through here, like so. And just pull it through, and hang on to it in the back. Bring it through there. Now, if you can, try and just give it a bit of, you know, you don't want it going too straight. You don't want it too straight up there, all right? Now, because this thread's getting awful short, I'm going to take it through to the back now and put another piece on because this is too short and too hard to handle. It's going to keep coming undone on me. So I'm going to take it through to the back now when I get all those pushed down there. Righto, get through behind here. Probably should have changed the thread before I got that far, shouldn't I? Righto. So that's there like that. That's not very tight though, so I'm going to come back here and make these others a little bit tighter on it. Pull these up a little bit, you know, so make it tight. Go with that one, that one. Oh. I might get myself one of those magnifying glasses you put on your face with a light on it, I think. There we go. It's on there. We better fasten it off the back. Get your crochet hook, put it through the back of there, and pull it back through. That saves a lot of threading and going on. And it will hold. I'm going to do it twice, just be sure to be sure. Anyway. Right, so I've got that one. He's there. Now, and if he's not very tight, we can fix that later, okay? So now I'm going to put this up through there and keep going up to there. And this one, I'm going to follow these ones up this way. See, these might have come up a little bit. You can take them back through. You know, I haven't got them fastened to anything, so you can pull them back through so they're a bit tighter than what. That one comes out, right, because he's one that we used. Okay, he's gone. And this one here will be that bit there. And you can pull that through till you get what you need here. You know, you want to make a nice stem in that direction, if you see what I mean. And now, when we put the flower on there, this goes on there, so we only have to go up that far if you want to. It's up to you whether you keep wrapping right to the end or not. I don't think, it just depends how you put your flower down to, you know, how you add the flower to it, what the difference it's going to make, okay? Now we come up from the bottom here, and we're going to wrap this one. Might pull a little bit tighter to start with, so it's easier for me to handle, because you don't want it waving around in the breeze. It's too hard to organise. It doesn't matter if I can see a little tiny bit of the yellow through there, because there's no stems really that is, oh, well, they would be, but you can't say that you can't see a little bit of something else behind what you've got, can you? There's something that might be behind there, you never know, do you? And then to catch on to the other one, come on, you'll just come up the back there and pick him up from there, okay? And then you'll know when to go through to the back, because it'll start getting too loopy. You won't be able to control it as much as you'd like, so just take it through to the back, and then I'm going to do that now because it seems to be fussing with me. I did a few wraps and I can't catch it. Got it? Don't pull it down, or you can see where I've pulled that one down. But you know what? I might go and put a tiny little leaf or something at these junctures, you know? You never know. So you're not going through the fabric, okay? You're just going round the thing. Just go around the thread. If you go through the fabric, it'll pull it down and make it flat. You want it to be dimensional sitting up. It would be dimensional, but it'd be a flat dimension of the thing, wouldn't it? Sorry, just had to lean back there a minute. I was sitting up here on the front of my chair like a chook. I don't know why I am doing that, but that's where I landed, I suppose. And I come in here this morning, and when I've been reaching things, I've been moving all around on it. It's so good, my new chair. I will show you, I promise. I feel so embarrassed about the amount of stuff that I've got around myself. I wanted to get rid of it before I show you my chair. It is amazing. Only thing too, I think I'll get Jeremy to put the rollers back on it, the wheels, just for while I'm doing some part of my room, although I might just go and get that old chair and put it in here. But it's no good for me to do crafting on. This is because it stays where it's supposed to be. It's awesome. I do love this chair, and I thank whoever it was who bought that for me. I really, really, really love it. And I still don't know who did it, and I can't figure it out. I'm not still trying to, because it's a bit hard to, you know, track down whoever did it, because I've got no idea. I tried to find out by the postcode. Oh, well. Oh, handwriting, I couldn't see anybody that sent me anything previously with handwriting the same, so I just could not work out who it was. Maybe it was more than one of yous. Maybe. Yes. You did say us. I don't know. I'm very grateful for that. I really am. Okay. Now, I want to put one on there, see? Look, not that one. He's too big. Actually, what I might do is put a small one, something that colour in the centre. What do you think? Might be good in the centre. One of them berries. Anyway, so that's where we're going up there. But we've gone far enough, so I've gone through to the back, and I'm just going to end this off. This piece of thread. And, you know, I'll look up here now to see if I'm recording this after being on here for nearly an hour or something. So that's that, and then all you do now is you come up from the back there and start wrapping the other two. Okay? So thank you very much for watching, and I hope you're enjoying this. It's good fun, isn't it? I think so. I love it. And I'm really itching to get back to my journals because I do like doing them as well. And you know what? This is letting me down. I'm not terrible. But you know what? It takes me a while to decide because, I don't know whether I'm keen on that flower. You know, the colour, the little holes, you know. I just don't know whether I want that one there. I just don't know. We'll see, eh? It's just that it's not the style we're after. You know what? It's not the style we're after. Anyway, we'll see what happens. And you'll see it at the end. Hopefully when I get it finished, not too far down the line. Okay, so thank you for watching. Please stay safe. Don't go outside. We're not going outside. We're staying inside. We've got to go and have our vaccination. Not until October. We can't, so that's a bit much. But anyway, we're staying inside. I'm not going anywhere, so... neither is Jeremy, and nobody's coming in here either. It's just how it's got to be. I've ordered the food that'll turn up tomorrow, and then the chemist is bringing the stuff tomorrow, so there's nothing else that I've got to do really, unless I've got to post something, but that will be done early in the mornings. I've sent out what I'm supposed to do so far, so and I just pop up the post office because it's on the edge of town. I could just go there, pop in, get out, but we're going to wait and see what the verdict is. Yeah, we haven't heard if anybody's actually got it, but it must be someone here. But anyway, I'll talk to you later. So everybody have a good day and stay safe. Okay, bye-bye.